Hello everyone, welcome back. In this video, we're going to talk about the buzzing word artificial intelligence. People will call it as AI or generative AI. Whatever it is, let's talk about the technology, whether it's going to be the future of the IT industry or not. What is generative AI? Imagine you have a magical pen that can write new stories, draw fresh pictures, or compose original music without any human instructions. That's what a generative AI does. It's a class of AI models that creates a new content, whether it's a text, images, or even videos. If you compare it with your uh, traditional AI, traditional AI works on the predefined patterns, or I would say the historical data. It relies on existing data. Generative models like generative AI tools learn from the patterns in the input data during the training. Okay, so if you compare it with the normal examples, let's say uh, the tools like Siri, Amazon, Alexa, there are predefined words which has been defined by that specific creators, so that whenever you use, it's going to give a similar answer. However, when you look at generative AI, based on the prompts or based on the patterns, based on the natural language text which you are going to request that specific tool, it's going to generate the data. We're going to see the generative AI tools as well. And the capabilities, if you look at generative AI capabilities, or like it can create text, images, audio, video, code, and also you can consider whatnot, image creation, voice creation, business marketing, AI detector. So there are a lot of tools which has been developed based on this generative AI method. Okay, so it can even produce a realistic data, a realistic audio, a video, which is there for various types of businesses. Okay, and along with that, if you look at the advantages of generative AI, okay, so you can have the data within no time by using various tools like ChatGPT, Microsoft Copilot. We also have hundreds of tools available in the market, like um, a bot, GitHub Copilot, Alpha Code, Scribe, DALL-E 2, Claude, Synthesis. There are hundreds of tools, or not, I would say thousands of tools available in the market, which are therefore generative AI. So these are the advantages if you look at enhance the creativity, personalized experiences, a democratized creation, improved productivity. Though there are advantages, we have to consider the challenges as well. So before we move to the challenges, see here, you can improve the productivity using these AI tools. Okay. Similarly, as I mentioned, you can have the creativity by using these tools. It means by using your human intelligence, you can innovate something new with the help of artificial intelligence. Put your ideas there and generate the context. And whereas AI is going to give more and more kind of updates or subject matters based on the logic that you have put to the AI. Okay. So it's going to assist you, or it's going to help you to innovate the tools, or to create, or to have the creative mind, or to have the creative logics for various components in the technology. Okay. In across the industries, not only in the IT industry, right? So it can have all of this personalized content generation. So where you can generate a content, it's not always the content, right? So how it needs to be consumed, whether it is through the website, or whether it is for any application, or whether it is for any business, whether it is for any marketing, right? So you can have all of this coming under this generative AI tools. Okay. Now let's talk about the challenges, which is very crucial to consider when you are using generative AI. So let's say, I'll give an example. of ethical considerations or intellectual property. Let's say your organization have generated the code and they have asked you to review the code and find the bugs or improve the code even more better for the business. Now, if you are using the third party tool or if you're using a generative AI tool to analyze or review your code, there are chances, it means you have to put all your code into that AI tool, which means there are chances that the code, which is the intellectual property for your organization, you are feeding it to the generative AI tool for review, which means the code can get stored into their, I would say, a generative AI organization's AI database, right? And then they're going to, it means your data has got leaked. Of course, it is not a direct impact. However, if someone is trying to put a prompt with a similar set of code using the same tool which you are using for reviewing the code, you can have an impact. It means they can get your code or they can get your intellectual property information. Okay, so this is the reason most of the organizations in their official network, in their organization's network, over the VPN or over their internal network, they have blocked a couple of AI tools. As per my knowledge, they have blocked Microsoft Copilot as well because of the reasons which I mentioned: ethical considerations, technical limitations, and also the intellectual property. Right? When I say technical limitations, you might be getting some inputs, some information from generative AI, but that may be the wrong data because generative AI is always trying to generate the data based on the prompts you have given. If you give the wrong prompt, it's going to give the wrong data. Where there are internet connectivity enabled for AI tools, it will try to search from different sources in the internet and give you the data. It may not have the right data. However, sometimes, yes, you might get an idea how you can navigate and how you can get the data which is required for your business. Okay, so that is also one limitation. However, it can overcome based on the prompts that you give, based on the security that you wanted to consider. Everything needs to be considered having these challenges of generative AI. Okay, now, yeah, as I mentioned, the privacy, potential misuse of generated content, right? Where you can say, okay, I've done this content, I've written this code, and you can claim this, which is fine. But until unless you have the knowledge on that specific code, right? So this is going to be useful, but the other way, there are some ethical considerations in using this generative AI. Now, when you say the ethical considerations, as I mentioned, like privacy and data protection, societal impact, preventing misuse, like where you can have different types of controls, how you can control misusing the data. So all of this to be in place when you're trying to use AI tools in your organization. But for personal use, yes, still there is some data which is going to the AI tools, AI organizations onto the databases. So based on the inputs that you are giving in the backend, they are trying to generate more and more. They're going to get more accurate data and they are training the models accordingly as well based on the inputs, right? Similarly, if you look at the details here, which is listed, right? So there are a lot of issues with generative AI tools, and also there are ownership challenges, emerging regulations, and ethical considerations that we have already discussed. Now, if you look at this emerging regulations, right, a lot of countries are working on this to develop the guidelines for the use of the generative AI, ensuring a public safety and addressing ethical concerns. So let's say if you look at UK and US, they have already implemented some of the regulations, and most of the countries are working on the regulations, and soon they're going to impose rules and regulations for the use of generative AI, especially in terms of public safety, privacy, data protection, and the fair usage policy of artificial intelligence. Okay. Now, if you look at the future of generative AI, there are more advancements which are happening in this technology, right? If you consider the latest tools like GitHub Copilot, and there are hundreds of tools like Service8, Pen to Text, Wondershot, code review tools, marketing AI tools, life assistant AI tools, education AI tools. There is a lot of progress day by day we are seeing in the market, and there are thousands of tools which are getting released and which are already there, and they are trying to develop more and more by using the advancements in language models, right? So they're training the data models, and based on that, they're developing the tools as well, which is integrated to that language models, and it is being released in the markets for the usage. Okay, so most of the organizations are trying to integrate their tools or their applications to this AI solutions, where they need to have a better customer experience and to increase the sales on that specific industries, right? So widespread adoption, and it is becoming a standard tool across industries and applications, and that's where we have discussed. And multimodal generative AI, one single tool can generate text, images, audio, video, and now most of the things will be integrated into one single AI tool, right? So there are hundreds of tools like that as well, where you can search in the websites, which I'm going to discuss at the end. Okay, so advancement in language, it is nothing but training the data models, generating intelligent algorithms, the neural architectures, and also the compute power, how it can leverage the algorithms using the compute, and so that users can have better experience when generating the text, or when they put any prompt, they're going to get the latest data. Okay, we have discussed already about this one, a multimodal AI. So a single AI tool can modify or can generate multiple data sources or multiple data outputs within the sources that we give, and it's going to be useful across the various industries. Okay, starting from healthcare, entertainment, education, marketing, a code, a video editing, right, a productivity, design, and art. There are various industries which is going to be useful. Okay, so you can see how it's going to be useful here in this slide, and also the entertainment and media. You can see most of the videos are getting generated nowadays using AI only, which is a simple but costly at the moment. It's going to be there costly for a few more months, and then it will reduce based on the content, based on the features that the tools are offering. It's going to give the kind of right cost, right pricing also for the tools. And as we know, there are education and training AI tools, and I've posted some videos about the best, or I'd say the top AI tools where we can leverage for our requirements, how you can get the data, or how you can make your PDF document to be a search engine. If you want to search anything, you can just ask the question, it's going to generate using the PDF file that you have uploaded. If it is a 100-page document or 300-page document, you can get it. Okay, and there are some AI tools where they can give you a kind of highlights what is there on that PDF document, which is going to be helpful for the students instead of going through each and every line and each and every page of the document. Okay, now, so it is a game changer. Yes, it is disrupting traditional workflows. Okay, so if you have got any design, or if you have got any video or audio which has been edited by a human, and if you try to generate a similar kind of content using artificial intelligence tools, it is going to give a more productive information or more creative information, which is going to be very useful for the businesses to attract the sales, right? And you can generate the latest data. You can have a more creativity while generating marketing presentations, or while writing any websites, or while writing any lyrics, okay? Or when you're doing a marketing, these tools are going to be very useful, and it is going to be a game changer. And you can see automation, it is always there. There are various programming languages which we are using to automate various types of repeated tasks. Same way, using this AI tools, you can even make better automation for your applications and for your repeated tasks across the industries, whether it is manufacturing, healthcare, or IT industry. Okay. So the collaboration, and we know that there are various types of tools like Teams, Zooms, which you are trying to collaborate. So when you have that meetings, you can have that scripts which will be generated using these AI tools, and it will also make a note of the important decisions or the topics we discuss on that specific meetings. So these tools like Copilot and Zoom is also introduced as a tool where it will generate minutes of meeting, or the important key decisions which is being discussed on that meeting will get texted to the collaborator, okay, which is going to be useful. And we know this tailoring experience in individual minutes. And we know all of this, how we can generate the content using various tools. So as we are here in this AI industry, AI revolution, it is obvious to understand more about these technologies. If you are a developer, try to use some of the tools and try to create some of the tools which is there for your learnings. Or if not, why I'm saying this one is, most of the organizations are trying to adapt this AI revolutions. It means they wanted to integrate AI tools to their applications for better user experience, for better productivity, for better utilization of their existing resources. So all of this needs to be considered. And if you're a developer, try to work on the labs and try to learn this generative AI, how you can build large language models, or how you can integrate various applications to your language models, and how you can utilize the available sources. The same, you can use existing AI tools to build a new AI solution, right? So all of this needs to be learned, because it's going to be there for a few more years, where we need to have a better understanding of this AI solutions. And then after, we're going to have the quantum computing, which is going to be there after, I would say, a few more years, like 5 years to 10 years. And then we can discuss more about that one as well. But for now, this is the solution that we need to learn. And at least you should know how to use these AI tools for your daily requirements in your IT industry, or in your various industries, whether it is healthcare, manufacturing, wherever it is, right? Try to understand and try to know the number of tools, how you can utilize those is going to be the key for your business. Okay, so thanks for watching this video. And at the end of this session, based on the discussion that we had, when you compare it with generative AI versus a traditional AI, so a traditional AI is nothing but, as I mentioned, it is a kind of a chatbot, just like a Siri, Amazon Alexa, Google Assistant. And sometimes if you're trying to navigate Netflix or any other platforms like Hotstar, it's going to give the recommendations based on your historical watch hours on that Netflix or Hotstar. It's going to recommend some videos. So these are all based on the existing patterns, or I would say the historical data. It is going to give the recommendations, which is nothing but a traditional AI solution. Now, as we are in this generative AI terminology, AI technology, AI revolution, whatever you call, there are hundreds of tools like ChatGPT, AlphaCode, ChatGPT 4, Google Gemini, Cohere Generate, Claude AI, Synthesia, and many more tools which are there in the market. So which means you have seen Google Assistant, you have seen Siri, you have seen Amazon Alexa, right? Now you are seeing 100x, 1000x more to the top traditional AI tools. With this comparison, try to understand how fast this generative AI is growing, how fast organizations are trying to integrate their applications with the AI solution, how fast there are hundreds of AI tools available in the market. Okay, so I posted some videos on code, how you can generate a code and how you can review the code, whether it is a Python, Go language, okay, how you wanted to review ML files, how you wanted to review the Java code. Everything I posted in my channel. Please watch. And generative AI is going to be the future for a few more years, and then we are going to hit this artificial intelligence integration with cloud computing. Mark my words, we can discuss further on this cloud computing, how it's going to impact the IT industry, how it's going to impact multiple industries, whether it is a healthcare, pharma, manufacturing, whatnot, whatever it is. Okay, so I'm going to come up with the quantum computing video with all the details, how it's going to impact the future, how it's going to overcome this generative AI revolution. Thank you very much.